So speaking to character, so it was alleged that it was Tea Time and Chef that sent your information over to Nitra. Is that true, T? Did you have any involvement in that?
No,
I
I ain't
got
got
a
nothing
clip
on
of
that.
that. I got all of that. I posted that video when Tea Time and Chef went over to Nitra's live. Chef said that she got everything. She said she had somebody working for TikTok about reporting a page. She got all the
Cyber
information on HB and she was sending it to her. Nitra said, yeah, send it to me. And Chef said, I don't have your number. And then she said, yes, I got your number. Then when she was on the phone with Nitra said, oh my God, they have way more than me. So when Chef was saying yesterday that she only had one page, in 4K, it was said that they gave her way more than Nitra had. And I had a video of the audio of them saying that. So the
Bella,
other day was still more lies being told.
Bella, Nitra told me herself, Tea Time nor Chef gave them
I
nothing.
don't think neither
As a
one of
matter
us
of
had
fact,
nothing to do
she
with
had
it.
way more.
I have it. I have it.
Okay, and
I'll send it to you. Yes,
okay.
yes, she
Yeah, I don't
did.
think neither one of us
So
had nothing
they're
to do with it.
lying.
I didn't have nothing to do with it, and I don't think Chef had anything to do with it either.
Right. Nitra said the stuff she got from somebody else, and Nitra had more extensive stuff than T or Chef had even been privy to.
Well,
And it wasn't
well,
even
people were lying on 4K then, as usual, because on my video, I have Nitra saying that, and I have what Chef said in that live.
It could be possible that Chef maybe was protecting
talking.
somebody that she may have knew had the
She was
information.
protecting Cyber Diaries. She was talking to Cyber Diaries off
I can
the
remember
A
the
group
name.
chat.
Yeah. Yep, that's
And
what it
Cyber
was.
Diaries gave her all HB's information. That's where it came from in that group chat as well. Then Chef gave it to Nitra, which
oh.
Nitra already
And
admitted to.
Cyber confirmed that. Cyber did come up and confirm.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
That's why it's important for the OGs to stick around a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, there's a
But
lot of things that were going on that I didn't know.
That's
Like I didn't know
that's
there were
why
text messages going on in the back end. I didn't know there was a lot of stuff going on in the back end until Doomsday.
that's why Cyber Diaries did not want you to be friends with Chef anymore, and she got upset with you and talk about she had anxiety.
okay, so when it comes to character, it just appears as though bottom line that Chef couldn't speak to it. I'm quite sure Chef is not looking for you to speak to her character either, Tea Time.
I understand that, but I'm still stand on who I am. I don't think she was an opportunist. I don't think she was faking a friendship. I think things changed. So it is what it is.
But I mean, okay, so you
It
said
looked like
you don't think that she was an opportunist or anything, but you did just say shortly after that Chef was pretty much moving in ways where she was doing things behind the scenes where her character should be in question too. You just said that.
That don't mean she was an opportunist to me in my friendship.
both of y'all was giving each other a clean slate.
Yes.
Okay. Do anyone else on the panel have anything for T before she goes?
I do have a question for Tea Time. Tea Time, do you think that after a friendship is dissolved, that there still needs to be some form of loyalty?
Here's the thing. I've learned this a long time ago. If I give you something, you have the right to do whatever you want to do with it. I gave her some information about me, something that I had experienced, something that I had done. If she wanted to get that to somebody else, that's on her. I didn't expect her to hold that. But if she held it because she wanted to, right? I'm not mad at her. I'd rather you not hold things over my head. If you feel like you got to hold something over my head, just go ahead and let it go. go ahead and tell it. So when it comes to secrets and all that shit, if you gonna tell something I told, that's on you, whether we friends or not. So I can't say what loyalty is to everybody. I still ain't told a lot of stuff that she told me. I still ain't, and I still won't.
Okay, but I will say this: when you was reading or you was referencing the messages, you said you dare her to lie because you was willing to show the messages. So,
It was after our friendship. Those messages were sent to me after she made it very clear we were no longer cool.
so at this point, is it fair to say that everything is fair game?
The messages that we had were after our friendship. That was in December. Those were after she made it very clear we are not friends.
She
So
saying that
you're
she
so you're
exposed what came
so you're
after,
saying
but
in
what
this
came
moment
before,
that
she's still gonna
so
be
you're
loyal.
saying in this moment that Chef don't have
My
to
bad.
worry about you repeating messages that y'all had during the friendship. You're saying
No,
you're not going to do that.
no, I don't got no reason to. Only way I'm gonna use any messages is if I'm defending myself, not to deflect. What I said in that message was not to deflect. When I brought out those messages, it was not to deflect or throw her under the bus. It was in defense of myself. She did not tell my secret because of defense of herself. She did it to deflect what she did.
Do you feel like it's necessary to defend yourself to anyone on this app at all?
I feel it's necessary to defend yourself when you feel like you need to defend yourself.
Do public opinion matter to you?
If I have a public support, it should matter to if my supporters need answers. If I'm talking to my supporters and something happens, don't I owe it to my supporters to tell them the truth or to be accountable?
Do you seek validation from this app?
It's not about seeking validation, no. But I do owe it to my supporters to stand on who I say I am. If I have something in my past that I've done and they find out about it, I can lie about it or I can stand on it and be accountable for it. It's not about validation. It's about showing a change. It's about being consistent in the change.
So I guess my question that I am trying to understand when it comes to UT is that if your supporters have been around you long enough to learn who you are as a person, why feel the need to explain yourself to them when they should know what you would and wouldn't do?
Because it's the right thing to do if I want to. I mean, I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, yes, this is what happened. This is what, I don't think it's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, have you experienced where you're telling the truth in this situation and they still deem you a liar?
Yes, but that don't mean I tell.
Okay. I say all that to say, I guess, because I usually leave a message for people. I guess my message is these people are going to feel how they feel regardless it's the truth or not. We have already witnessed where you can be telling the truth and people will still run with the lie regardless. So as long as your supporters and followers understand who you are, there's nothing to explain in my opinion. But if you feel the need to do it anyway, that is a choice.
Bella, can I ask you a question? For the jurors, aren't the jurors supposed to ask questions? Like, we not allowed to ask questions?
The jurors is supposed to pose questions, yes. I
Oh,
mean,
okay. I thought so because first professional commenter said that I'm not supposed to. I just was confused. Thank you.
Or a mass amount of people. I don't know. I feel like I owed it to Diamond too. Like if it came out, I might as well just. I owed it to her to stand in it too and apologize to her. Regardless of what happened to me, I still owed it to her to apologize to her for my point, for my behavior.
Okay, see, I got a question for you. Um, Once you released the information that you were Pink Panther to Chef, did anything in the back of your mind ever think that maybe she'll release this on Mad Day? Are you really,
Yeah,
trusted?
I do. Yeah, I did. That's why I told her
Okay.
to do it. I knew exactly what she was talking about. That's why I told her to put it on the floor.
And that's something that we all do as content creators when we start developing bonds with each other. We pin the red flags to the back of our minds always. Correct, T?
Yeah, but I didn't think that was a red flag. I didn't think she was.
But once
Today
you
I knew she
yeah,
was gonna do
sorry.
it, but did I know she was gonna do it? Did I know it's possible people would know who that page was? Yeah. When I talked about it, I knew people knew some people knew who the page was, some people didn't. A lot of my supporters have only been around for 2 years. They wasn't around back in 2023, but a lot of them been around since day one. Some people knew, some people didn't, but I didn't think, no, when I told her that I think it was going to be something, she was going to be like, oh, I'm going to hold on to this. But it's always a possibility that whatever you tell somebody, they're going to tell somebody else.
May I
And
ask a question?
hold on, I got
I'm
one more
sorry.
part.
I'm sorry,
And
Posey.
T, earlier you did mention you gave your answer, but I want to reflect back on it. Do you think that there's still more in Chef Fox's vault for you?
No, that's why I told her to put it on the floor.
I had a question. Um, what was the reason that you and Chef originally fell out? Like, was it because of the thing that happened with Q on her panel where
No,
he exposed himself? Okay.
no, because when she said that, Proxy played some clips. She made it seem as if we fell out in February. Proxy played clips. She was still around, very active, very cool in February. So if she fell out, I didn't know she fell out. I didn't know she fell out with me until HB. I knew that she was doing things. I knew that she had built another relationship. I knew that she was getting her books released. I knew she was moving to the DR. So I knew she was busy. But she still have yet to say what I actually did to her. She has yet to say that. Even when they asked her that day, she said that she was mad because I let HB tell what she said about me in the recordings. I mean, in the text messages.
Thank you.
Time.
Yes, I did make an AI song for it. I played it on my platform already.
Hey T, I'm one of your supporters, and my question is, you keep saying that most definitely you owed Diamond an apology, which is true.
I owe
Um,
everybody apology that got blamed. I mean, I didn't blame nobody. I honestly, really,
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
okay, I owe everybody apology for the haters.
Okay, true. But I think specifically the people that were actually accused. I did see that. Who is that? $2 did mention that to you, but I think publicly you should address $2, well, the nine. And we just heard about Angel, those specifically, because those really got targeted because of that action. And I did hear you say you didn't know that they were being accused, but now that you know, I think a real apology, the same way that you did for Diamond, should go to these people that took that for so long.
I did for the haters. I did it yesterday on Friends with Attitude Live, and I did it on my live yesterday as well. And I'll do
Okay, I
it.
didn't see it. I'm sorry.
I apologize to everybody that was affected in the Pink Panther. Because I have to say everybody, because tomorrow somebody else gonna come out.
And this is safe to say that T has always said if been taking accountability for not wanting to be that. I can't believe I'm doing this shit.
Because it's the truth. They acted like they surprised.
Right, and that's why it's like, God damn, you know.
I'd like to
If
ask a
y'all
quick
y'all,
question.
y'all made her take it there.
I'm gonna let the ladies go first.
Blaze, you said you had a question?
I was gonna say, go ahead. I was just saying that
Somebody,
basically warning came before destruction, and shit, fuck, she ain't wrong here. She told you motherfuckers this is what she'll do if she gotta do it.
So, excuse me. Blaze, you said you had a question?
Sorry, Gabe, doing the most. All right, so I remember you saying that you have text messages still between you and Chef. So Chef doesn't have any more ammo on you. Does that mean you have more ammo on her that you will not even speak on?
I ain't got no
You don't have
ammo.
to answer the question. You can say comment.
I don't look at what we talk about in our friendship as ammo. That's not how I look at it. If you tell me something, that's not ammo to me.
Wrong choice of words then. I'm going to say, if you wanted to speak on something, Chef, to her character that would make her look bad, but you won't. But are you saying that is could be a possibility? Like I said, you don't have to answer. You can just say no comment. 'Cause we've been here before.
No, I don't know. I don't think so. I think that I think in our friendship there was things that happened. There was things that I found out that she was doing that I didn't know she was doing. There was things that I do know, but I don't know if it's not something I'm gonna. No, ain't nothing. Cause it ain't nothing no. What happened? If I felt like she was doing something wrong and I didn't tell her out my mouth, hey, you wrong for this shit. And now I come out here and I tell y'all, hey, guess what? She was wrong for this shit. What better am I? Like, I'm
That's
some real
what she
shit.
did to you. So that I guess that would apply to her as well.
So I guess my question is, the only way we'll expect you to speak up on anything or show messages when it come, or any type of receipts when it comes to Chef, is if you are put in a predicament where you feel the need to defend yourself.
And to defend myself on who I am, on who I've been to her. And what she, like, that would be, it wouldn't be to use it to have a mad day. I did mention she was setting HB up. This is not during our friendship. That's the part that y'all keep missing. He sent that message in December.
So T, do you recall when Chef was saying that she felt like she took a lot of hits because of how she was portrayed publicly when she was supporting your platform?
That has nothing to do with me, how people work. People fight just like we all take hits. Just like Blaze take hits for you. Just like Frankie takes hits for you. When
Can
you
I
are
elaborate
supporting
on what I'm talking about?
go ahead.
Okay, so she said when she was supporting your platform, at one point, she used to be directed from you on the back end to go in there and help regulate the space, which made people assume that she was trying to be an opportunist and was centering herself and was mean to your supporters. All the while, she was instructed to do that.
That is not correct. She
That
told
is a lie. Okay.
me, if you need me, let me know. I would text her because she has started doing things. She has started running her platform. She has started doing books. She has started battling. So when she would say, if you need me, let me know. When she would get there, my supporters and everybody in here would tell you, when they would blame her, I would say, I asked her to come. I always let it be known, I asked her to be here.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, that's just where, like we said, the conversation of character, it just appeared as though that Chef was saying that her character was tainted to protect yours. And you're flat out saying that's not true.
It's not. If anything, my character was tainted when it came out that I was defending somebody who was letting people talk about me behind my back. That would mean my character was tainted when I was sitting there standing 10 toes down, saying she would never do that. When it happened with G.I. Jane, and then somebody else to come forth and say she did it with them. Wouldn't that be my character or discernment?
Discernment, more so. Um, G.I. Jane, it's funny you mentioned that. So when G.I. Jane came to you saying that she was told things about you from Chef, are you stating in this moment that those things that were said were true? That
I don't believe that. Okay, I don't believe that she was talking about me with G.I. Jane, but I do believe she was talking about me with HB. Because with G.I. Jane, she was willing to go to bat for herself and for what she said to G.I. Jane. With HB, she wanted to do everything on the back end. She wasn't as confident. With G.I. Jane, she was standing 10 toes in it. No, I didn't. She was going to bat for it. HB, not so much. She was just like, let's just do this on the back. We don't have to do this on the front. And I'm like, why? It happened.
Okay, so I did get a drop for you, Princess. It said, drop Princess, tell her to send an email. Don't know what that was about, but okay.
So can I ask
Things that I believe G.I. Jane was
They
honest
said she
about,
talked to me.
but not about. It's some things that I do see that G.I. Jane was saying, but not when it comes to us, because G.I. Jane didn't really know anything about me. Like, that's why and this is why I say I know that I told y'all there's things that Chef didn't know that I knew for a fact she didn't tell G.I. Jane, because G.I. Jane would know that. That would be one of them, the Pink Panther page. There's something else that people don't know. Now, is it detrimental to anybody else? No, but it's my business. There are things that's my business that people don't know that she knows. And she hasn't told my business to other people.
T, may I ask you, I don't know if they asked
I'm
you
gonna
this
ask her
already,
something real
but
quick. See, when you see me and Chef's dynamic now, what do you see? Like, what do you think it is?
I don't know. Initially, I didn't. You mean now?
Yeah, right now.
I don't know. Initially, like when she said the message and she said, I know what the fuck I'm doing, I felt like she had a plan.
G.I. Jane, are you in the audience?
Now, I think once y'all became close, I think that plan was put to the side. And I think that she rather the friendship with you than to seek out the plan.
and then I want to ask T, what what reason do you think she deflected with the Pink Panther situation in the conversation that y'all was having?
Because she knew what she said in the message. She knew who she was talking about. She knew I was telling the truth. And she kept telling y'all I was manipulating it. But it can't, y'all use that manipulating word real easy when it comes to trying to make people think that I'm manipulating y'all to believe something, but it comes out in the recording that I was telling the truth.
Okay, so I think that's where the conversation gets mixed up. Chef was saying you were being manipulative in the moment of making it seem like everyone knew that you were Pink Panther, that Diamond knew that you were
No,
Pink
she was saying
Panther.
it before that. She was saying it when I was reading the messages. And she kept saying, this is why I don't do this. This is why I don't do this. You can't tell me what I was talking about. You can't tell me what I was talking about.
Okay, so yeah, maybe I heard the audio wrong. Because the audio is long as hell, respectfully. A lot was said. Speaking of G.I. Jane, Jane is in the panel. Jane, your name was brought up. So
Hey, Bella.
you mentioned that Chef was talking to you about T, but T does not believe that happened.
Yeah, I mentioned a while ago, now it's years now, but the first time I heard about T and a trip and she couldn't go and she was crying and Chef Foxy didn't have enough money for herself because she lost her job because of her health conditions, but she was still getting on the plane to go see T to go and console her. After that, it was conversation between me and another person that's not on the app no more. I would either be on the iPad or iPhone. She would have the other person on her other device, and she'll be talking to both of us. There was more things that she told to another person, but when I first went to $2 Live, I mentioned to Tea Time that I was not willing to talk about that on the app because I didn't know if it was true or not. So that's why I sent it to somebody she said was her brother. I sent a message to him so then he can go and talk to Tea Time, because why would I sit there and relay information I don't know is correct or not? So I know if it got to me, because I don't go live, it's all over the app. That's what I said in $2 Live. It's all over the app if it got to me.
Okay. So my question again, Tea Time, why didn't you believe what G.I. Jane had to say? What was the reason that you had doubts?
I just didn't believe she was talking about me behind my back.
Okay. So 2 years later, she still have the same stance that the things that were said about you were said. And so you still have the same stance, in other words?
Yeah, I haven't heard anything that she said about me. That's what I'm saying. I haven't heard nothing that she said about me.
G.I. Jane, you never provided proof of the things that was said to you.
No, because it was all on the phone and I don't record messages or I don't really text like that. And I definitely don't record phone calls. Like that wasn't my thing. So, I mean, I didn't know about her dynamic of what was going on in her crib, outside her crib until it was divulged to me. And it was about a few other people on the app that Chef was divulging information to me about and to a few other people. When Tea Time first heard about it, it was supposed to have been a skit that was out of somebody else's mouth. That was not what I was stating. Forming what her lifestyle could or could not be like on an app. That's why I decided to relay the message to somebody she said she was cool with to go ahead and talk to her about the things that was being said from her friend. But then that got brought to the app as, oh, well, you didn't know that such and such, my brother. I didn't give a fuck. My job in that situation, or what I thought my job was to be, knowing that T is a black woman and I'm also a black woman, was to sit down and inform her of what was going on behind her back. If it was true or not, it didn't matter to me whether it was true or not. It got back to me. So I thought, well, hey, I should go and inform, but I wasn't cool with Tea Time. I wasn't her friend or nothing like that.
So
She
you
was just
thought
somebody
you
who
were
had.
doing the right thing.
Yeah. That's why I didn't put it on $2 Live. She kept saying, well, throw it out there, put it out there. I'm like, no, I wouldn't want my information to be out there. If it was true or not, I wouldn't want it to be out there. So I'm going to use discernment and I'm going to say, no, I'm going to hit you up on the back end or find somebody else and I'll inform you there. But then it came back to the app as if I was trying to stir up shit.
Gotcha.
May I ask a question?
You may.
All right. So, when I used to speak to Chef Foxy,
You sound
she
low, by the
came
way.
to me. Sorry. Can you hear me
We
better?
can hear you now.
All right. So when I used to speak to Chef Foxy, she came to me and told me that G.I. Jane and her had a conversation regarding Kappa and King of Hearts. And she stated to me that G.I. Jane is the one that told her that King of Hearts told G.I. Jane that they were going to be reporting Chef and Tea Time's page. So are we saying that's a lie that Chef told everybody, or is that the truth?
That's a lie. So for one, when I came to Chef, I said, Chef, well, that's not even, that has nothing to do with Tea Time. I don't want to, that's a rabbit hole that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Speaking to Chef's character, that's what we're talking about.
She may have went and said that, but you and Chef's conversation, I'm not privy to that conversation because I wasn't sitting on the phone with y'all. So I wouldn't know what she went and said. But as far as what I said, I know what I said, but what she told you, how would I know that? It wasn't a three-way. She said a lot of things.
I'm saying it's what she stated about you a lot. That's all I'm asking. Are you saying that you never said any of this stuff to her? Or did you? Or
I
did you
believe
say
that all that has been on the app and all that has been discussed. So I don't know what that has to do with Tea Time. Chef's character is flawed. Chef's character is flawed.
So she lied to everybody.
She's been lying a lot. I've been saying that.
Okay, so will that be all? Was there anything else that you would like to add, Jane? I do appreciate you coming up to clear that up.
Oh, nothing else. Thank you, Bella, for having me up.
We appreciate you stopping in. Thank you. Okay. Jurors, is there anything else that y'all have for Tea Time while she is here?
Listen here, I had to wait till I went on break. Y'all chef is responsible for what she did.
So
That's
I have to
responsible for
add
what I
something
did.
on to that.
The chef wasn't even around when I did it.
So T, when I spoke to you about that situation, you told me you were on that call and you heard G.I. Jane say that.
I was on the call. Chef was talking to G.I. Jane or me on the iPad. And yes, I did hear it be said.
Mm. So G.I. Jane is lying.
Yes.
I got a question for T. T, with you and Chef, with the history y'all have and feelings that I feel like still exist, would you ever be willing to have a conversation with Chef? Like even if not to like
No,
reconcile, but
we
to
good.
got it.
We
Okay.
good. We been good. It was just the fact that she was lying. Once you
Yeah.
said we weren't cool, we ain't cool. I didn't care about that. I mean, we already haven't been
Was you
cool.
not lying?
About what? I told Chef. What are you talking about? I went lying to her.
Bella, can I clear something up right
Oh,
quick?
so the only
No.
lie is
I mean, you talking about something between my friendship she knew about me. You got some stuff that you done told your friends that you done rolled in, right? That you done did in your past, right? What they got to
you
do
talking
with
about
what
on
they got
this?
to do
You
with
talking
what we
about on
talking
this
about?
app?
Period. In your past. Whatever you've done in your past.
Yeah,
She
Jane,
found that
yes,
stuff out
whenever you're
in your
ready.
past.
Okay. Okay. So
I
I want to
mean,
clear.
but even when you told her, did you tell her that you doxed Diamond on the page?
How she know?
Girl, I'm asking you yes or no, hell.
She said it already. I told her about the page.
Go ahead, G.I. Jane.
Okay, I want to clear something up right quick. So when Chef was on the phone, two different devices with me and then Tea Time, Chef was FaceTiming both of us. Chef was on the bed. She was relaying wrong information, and I was saying, no, that's not what I'm saying, Chef, as we was on the phone. This was not a three-way conversation. This was two different devices. So Chef was mixing up words at that time and going to her other device and saying, G.I. Jane is saying this. And I said, no, that's not what I'm saying. For one, I told Tea Time that her videos concerning whatever it is about her life is on somebody's page that nobody knows anything about because it has low numbers. That's what I told Tea Time. But Chef went and said all this other stuff because she was trying to get the llamas off her back for whatever reason. She felt like they was on her back. That was the issue. She needed somebody. She needed a team. She always needs somebody to be in her corner. She's always messaging people on the back end to come inside of boxes. So no, I did not lie. Your friend lied. And your friend relayed the wrong messages. We couldn't have heard each other because you was on one side of her bed and I was on the other on two different devices. So I just want to clear that up.
Was that all, Blaze?
Nothing to say. I wasn't on that phone call. This is only what T had told me. She said she heard it come out of G.I. Jane, or she was on that phone call. I don't know how it was relayed, but that's
It
what
was
she
two
had
different
told me right
devices,
there.
Blaze. So in order for
I wasn't
Tea
there,
Time,
so
I
I
know
don't know.
you wasn't there, but in order for Tea Time to know what I was saying, Chef was relaying the message. She was going from one side of the bed to the other. I was telling Chef, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that somebody has Tea Time's information about her friends, everything, and they're talking mess on this whole little troll page. That's what I was telling Chef to tell Tea Time. Chef was making up shit. Because at that time, she thought that the llamas was attacking her page and she was getting bananaed every 5 seconds. So she needed leverage for that. So she used Tea Time for that leverage, as I've been saying before. So no, I didn't lie. I don't need to lie. I don't know none of y'all. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all on some for real shit. I don't have a platform I need to be using up here. I don't need none of that. So I don't know why you keep saying I'm lying. Lying for what? What am I gaining for lying on you? For what?
I mean, well, hell, both parties been lying, so it ain't too, it ain't too far fetched that we feel like other people lying. I feel like the bottom line is they both messier than what they tried to appear to be. They both like they both did the same thing. Period. And I don't care how it came out, whether Chef was having a mad day or not, it should have been came out, and T was dead wrong for that, and that shit was weird, and that's just what
Said
it
I wasn't
is.
wrong. I already said I was wrong.
times you said it. I'm gonna say it again.
You can keep saying it, but I'm not
I
gonna
don't
stop it.
care
I'm
how
not.
many times you said
You
it.
can say it as many times as you need to.
I know, and I'm
Whatever
sure
makes you
gonna
feel
say
better.
it. The hell?
Bella, I'm going to finish up Sunday cleaning. Thank you for having me. This is good. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, do y'all need me for anything else?
No, that'll be all. At least for me anyway.
Okay. Let me know if y'all need me again. If y'all need me to say I'm, wrong 20 more times, ain't
T,
nobody gonna do shit to me. Y'all have a good day.
are you a part of the
Oh hell
opposition?
no!
Am I
See,
a part
here
of
we
the
go with that
opposition?
diamond shit. Here we
I'm
go
just
with
saying,
that
ain't nobody
diamond
gonna do
shit.
what y'all gonna do about me.
Here
What
we
is y'all
go
gonna
with
do?
that diamond shit. Ah, what
I
y'all
said,
gonna do about
what
that?
y'all gonna
Shit
do?
be
Y'all
so
ain't gonna do
goddamn
nothing.
weird. That
This
shit be
the
so
truth.
weird. That shit
What?
be
And
so.
you gonna say the same thing, Trina? If
And then
somebody
when
keep
they do
telling you
something,
something, you gonna say the same thing. What you gonna do?
then when they do something, and CPS show up at your
Then
door with some word shit, then you're
oh, so
crying.
calling CPS
So
is doing something?
yeah, that's doing something, motherfucker. You must be
Okay.
out your mind,
Okay, so then what? Because ain't nobody
girl.
told who they was
Ain't no
behind CPS.
goddamn deal what you're wrong, and you gonna be
Ain't
wrong till
CPS been
kingdom
called
come.
on you, Trina?
You gonna be wrong till kingdom come.
Ain't CPS been called on you?
You heard what
As
I
long
said.
as
You
you
trying
got
to
your shit
deflect.
together, you should never be scared of CPS.
I sure ain't.
Girl, you deflecting. You heard. You know what I'm
I
saying.
sure ain't. Like I said again. I did what I did. Now
And
what?
you was dead wrong till
Okay, now
kingdom come.
what? And I was.
And you still wrong.
Okay.
So hold on. So Trina.
Okay, wrongy.
All right. So
Okay.
hold on, Trina. I have a question. So T, my question for you is,
Cool.
I
I
sure
still
was wrong for that stealing that TV, and now I do it
so,
again.
so
Yeah, leave
hold
that
on.
for me,
So
please.
hold on, please. One moment. I'm asking a question to T since Trina, she's adamant. It's nothing that you could have done or that they could have done over there that justified you going to that extreme. I didn't hear you actually say like what they were actually doing to you that made you just say, fuck it, I'm going to put your criminal background out there. Like I still haven't heard that
I
part of it.
actually did. They played it in the clip, Bella. You heard all that. I said I had the screenshots and stuff. When you were playing the clip, I said it multiple times. When you were playing the clip, it was said in the clip.
Remember when she spoke about the real names that were screenshotted from the website? Those were the people who were
Oh, so
attached to Correct T.
that was the justifiable
The
reason.
shit with Gen X. The
That
stuff,
was the
it
form
was
of it, right?
justifiable to me to respond. Yes. I did not think what I did was diabolical by showing a person's criminal record. Was I trying to dox them? No. Showing a person's criminal, we show criminal records on here all the fucking time. What are you talking about?
And it's fucked up.
Y'all show us his criminal records now as we speak.
And
What are we
every
talking
time
about?
it's horrible. It's
Okay, but
terrible.
I didn't know. So it's horrible showing a criminal record. Okay, now I got it.
That's the
Oh
thing.
my God.
If you don't want your criminal record on social media, you shouldn't have had your ass taking a picture. Now let's keep it 1,000.
Girl,
They
you
can't
sound
have it to
ridiculous.
post it.
That's just
They
like
can't have it to post if you
I
don't
was not
fucking
trying to
do it
dox her.
now.
so since you did what you did, it was okay for your mama and your daughter to come on here talking to us, right, Poozy?
Girl, yeah, they can say whatever the fuck they want
Oh,
to say.
okay.
Long as we know the
I'm
truth,
just
it
saying,
don't
I
matter
was
what
not
y'all
trying to
believe.
dox. I'm gonna say this again. I was not trying to dox her. Back then, I didn't know to cross stuff out. We learned a lot of shit on this app. We learned a lot of shit, but was my intentions to dox her and show her address and stuff? No, that
And
was
what I
not my
didn't have
intention.
intentions of doing that
My
shit to
intention
Nina. Shit
was
happened to you.
exactly. My intentions was to show this who y'all follow, and this person's been harassing me, harassing people, bullying people. This who y'all follow, and this person got a thief. She, all of this shit that was on the record. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't trying to expose her address, her name, none of that shit. Now today, I
So your
know.
goal was to speak to her character.
Yes, I've been saying that the whole time. It was not to dox her. Wasn't nobody trying to dox her. Hey, this is where she lived. Put her house up. No, that was not at all what I was doing.
Well, no, I was just saying in general the dangers behind it. I don't ever
Right.
condone.
I do not know that now. I put my own information up on myself. I've had to go back and delete it out of my videos because I've now learned now. Back then, wasn't nobody popping up at your house, with no CPS, none of that. None of that shit.
Okay. So, okay, I do gotta ask this question because, again, understanding both sides. Do you feel like the people that was jumping down on you about the things that you did, do you feel like some of them people should be sitting out the conversation?
No, don't nobody got to sit out the conversation. This is a conversation. It's open. It was public. I'm not saying nobody needs to be quiet. I'm not asking nobody to be quiet. People are open to their opinions.
Let me
If a
rephrase
nigga
my
said I can't be bullied 2 years ago versus today, I stand 10 toes down in my shit. And I'm going to go toe to toe with you from my own self. I ain't making shit, no page, no nothing. Back then, ain't nobody know. It was a hard fight back then. But I've learned a lot in 2 years. A lot.
Let me rephrase my question. My question is, for the people that were chastising you, given some of the things that they themselves have done, do you feel like some of those people should have kept their opinion to themselves, or you still feel like
I feel like
whether
people can say what they want to say. I don't believe in making people be quiet about anything.
What's a lie?
I ain't say nothing about bullying back then. What are you talking about, Trini? You don't even know what you're talking about. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'll be one of the main people that you call because you know I was around. Yes, the fuck I do know. See, you've always
What?
girl calling to a live or saying ask Trina or Trina, is this true? You know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Not about back then. The
Girl,
only thing
you
that I call about
you
is
have
the
not
things that happened
changed.
between me and you.
You have not changed who you try to claim you is, the type of person you is. You
You a
haven't.
motherfucking lie. I've come very far.
Please.
You ain't
Change
growing
comes with
well, I ain't gonna say just
action.
because you ain't growing in 2 years, because you
Trio.
definitely grown.
That's my point, Poozie. What different actions has she taken?
You
If
gotta give
anything,
them
we're
a
just now
chance,
finding.
Trina.
Okay,
I
which means the change hasn't happened.
Actually, I ain't got no page, but you wouldn't know
Okay, so
that.
what we
What?
gonna do? Put on a 90-day probation?
Oh, I don't care. My point is all this playing stupid. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't mean to do it for this reason. That's my point. Stop playing.
No, I said what I said and I stand on it. Just like you have your
Yeah, and
weak
you're
side about me.
lying. And you're lying.
What? Girl, bye. Ain't nobody got lie. You can say what you
Well,
say. I ain't lied about a goddamn thing. My story been the same for the last, and I told this story multiple times.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I have.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
Only
I
one
Trina,
said
is it
so
have.
safe
was
to say
Proxy.
so
we
one
are
moment.
extremely disappointed in T's
So,
actions about the Panther doxing?
Oh, I'm not disappointed because
Y'all
I've
can be
been telling
disappointed.
y'all this hoe wasn't shit
Yes.
for months, for a long time. So I
I
already
want
knew.
shit, but you block and
now,
unblock me and try to be my friend every chance you get. That's so
so
cute.
tea time. You
He trying to
said
be your
that you
friend.
already spoke to it, right?
Okay,
One
my
moment.
bad.
So T, you said you spoke to it, but Proxy herself came up here and said you said you was the Pink Panther page, but they were not privy to what Pink Panther did. So do you not understand why it's like, okay, you said it, but we're just like, yeah, I used to be Pink Panther. To them, it's like, oh, okay, you were just a
I
page.
understand that. I was a blog. I posted videos of I did what the bloggers do. Posted it. Now, y'all looking at the doxing. Let's say we take that video off that with our criminal record. Will we still be having this conversation?
Okay.
Nope.
So as far as the conversation, as the doxing part, more than likely no.
So
But here's
basically, if she wouldn't have, so basically,
so
what she's
hold
asking is, if
on,
she wouldn't have doxed
please.
her, would she be getting blamed for doxing? No, because you wouldn't have doxed her.
I'm talking about the page. The
Okay.
page.
All right, so I feel like the point is being missed. T, yes, you're acknowledging, oh yeah, I've admitted that I was the page. I talked about the page, but you talked about the name. Proxy, she respects you to a T, but she is saying they were not aware of the depths of the things you did on that page.
I understand that.
So
I admit, right? I did not go into the details of the page. I always say when I go into my experience, those who know. Those who were there. I didn't know. I'm not going to go into every single detail about the page. People back then that knew the page, they knew what was on the page.
But
it's not more
T,
so. Hold on, please. So T, it's not about every single detail. It's the fact that they just was not made privy to what you did in general on the page is what was being said. They didn't know nothing you did. It was just like, oh, I was Pink Panther a long time ago. It was a troll page, and that was it. It wasn't no
I said I
Yo,
posted videos and stuff. Now, I didn't say I doxed. I did not say I doxed because,
did you
again,
explain what the videos was about?
no, I did not go into depth about what videos about. No, I did not.
So in a sense, you was not transparent about what you were doing on that page. So it's coming off like, oh, I was honest. I told everybody what the page. Technically, it was a white lie. It was like, yeah, I was behind the page, but I ain't going to tell y'all everything I did on there. So if like perfect example, if Proxy was to say, oh no, fuck that, Chef, why you saying that she's capable and da-da-da, and whole time she's like, well, you didn't explain to us. Like it puts people in bad positions when they're trying to speak up and they don't even know, like, hey, like I had somebody reach out to me personally and say, why are they making this a big deal? T just said the other day that she was Pink Panther, until they started listening to the depths of what Pink Panther did. So they heard you acknowledge the page is what you do you understand what I'm saying to you?
I understand what you're saying.
Okay. That's
So,
all I'm
so
saying.
let me ask you a question. When all the people come out of their pages, do they say, hey, this page is about this page is about this, but or do you guys already know what the page is about because you're here in the moment seeing the pages? Do people explain to you what their page is about? Do Proxy explain what her page is about? Do these TikTok trees explain what their page is about? Do 411 explain what their page is about? Is everybody going to this depth about what their page is about? Or do you just know what the page is about?
They don't have to. We know who they are. You were hiding.
Right. You don't know who those people are behind those pages.
You were hiding.
You don't know
You
who they
were
are behind those
hiding.
pages. You have
We
no
knew
idea.
we knew who For the Haters was because we know who Jet
You
is.
don't
Proxy
know who
has revealed
411
herself.
is.
Okay,
You
so
were
in
hiding.
You're
fairness,
lying. You're lying.
You were hiding.
You're
in
lying.
fairness,
I'm
hold on.
lying. For the
You're
Haters was
lying. You don't
Rajetta
know
before
your
she was For the Haters.
Now
For
see,
the
here,
Haters
wait,
was
wait, you all.
Rajetta before
Now
she was
see,
For the
here, wait, just
Haters.
1 minute, Trina. See, here is how things get blamed with For the Haters. I'm not even in that. And I will tell any blogger from my mistake, do not come out and tell who you are, because either they're going to blame you for what work you've done and what you've shown, or they're going to do this, and it's used however you all feel like using For the Haters example. Right now, it's being done positively by Trina, but in the next breath, it'll be, oh yeah, I'm the one who exposed the bitch For the Haters when I exposed myself.
Exactly. Nobody knows who's behind these pages. That's my point.
That's all
But I still tell them, don't tell. And I stand on that. Proxy will tell you, I've been knowing who she was. Have I ever told who Proxy is? Never, and never will. Because of this fuck shit that you all do about bloggers. But I'm going to tell you, it's a difference. When you have a hate page, you all are combining bloggers with hate pages, where hate page target one person and that's it. And blogging is not hate pages. So that needs to be cleared up.
Let me say that my page was definitely targeting the mafia and what she allowed to happen in that space. Remove that video from the showing her record. All those videos that was on that page was showing the things that were going on, the people that were being bullied, and many more things. That's why people that you guys that still sit in her camp today were inboxing that page, thanking the page for highlighting what was happening on that, which people came up and spoke about today. So you take away the part where I exposed the record. Those other videos were exactly what I'm saying. I'm no victim. I am no victim, but I didn't always get it right.
Can I say?
Never always get it right.
Thank you for clarifying the intentions of the Pink Panther page.
Okay. So that's simply what I was just speaking to. It's the fact that, again, it wasn't the depths that was speaking on. It was just like, hey, this is the page. And it was like, all right, well, she admitted that she was the page, but it wasn't what y'all knew that she was admitting to. Okay. And as a result, that's why the conversation is like a oh shit. Like a whoa, like that was you that did all that? It was you that said all. So let's not get it twisted. The things that was put on the page, it displayed some shit. It did. It wasn't like, if we're going to remove the doxing out of it, it showed things that was going on in the show that some would deem problematic if it was happening in other spaces. And I think T frustration is that people are, because again, she's standing in the accountability of the doxing, but the frustration, I could be wrong, correct me if I am, is that y'all are bypassing everything else that she brought awareness to that was going on over there. Am I right or wrong? Because I don't want to misspeak.
Yes, you are right.
Okay, so I can see both sides where, okay, the criminal record and all that was like, whoa. But if we just going to keep it strictly to TikTok, I feel like if she did that page without bringing her personal life into it, it actually would have sparked the conversation that more than likely could have been had. Like, okay, well, this is the accusation here. Let's talk about it. Because now this situation over here overshadows what she said to be her experience and the things she's witnessed. Do you see what I am saying? Do y'all understand? Two things can be true at once.
And
Yes.
like I just said, what Trina was deflecting from and not just being honest. We don't know who's behind these pages that we doing recaps from. And as it was said, $2 was blamed for doing a recap from Panther, right? We don't know who's behind these recap pages. Nobody's coming forth saying this is me telling y'all who they are. So if that's the case, then all of us are cowards.
Solely because when I do the recap, one, on camera, from my page directly, and my voice, I don't know. Yeah,
I'm talking about.
me. Like, I'm trying to.
I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about people that's behind the blogger pages.
Oh, so you say
You
you
don't
feel like
know.
bloggers?
You talking about
People are.
like Speedy Cobra, these TikTok streets, like we don't know them. They're not gonna tell who they are. But then we do Bella saying like we have Mad Cow, we got Empress, we got Tyra with the Y. So
Right. I'm
but
speaking of the pages that people are getting most of their information from.
they're not
411.
gonna tell on themselves.
Exactly.
Wait. Now we got, okay, let me shift my wig for this part. Understand something. Y'all do know, now this is where it get tricky, T. Y'all do know that the vloggers and accountability court, we have very much respect for y'all. Because understand something. The vloggers only capture what the people say and do. Is that, or is that not correct?
That is 100% true.
There are blogger pages that post records as well. You have Anonymous T. You have, come on, let's be.
Since we're talking about it, hold on. Court is adjourned because we're going into a whole nother direction. With the vloggers, outside of the whole posting records and shit, because I'm going to keep it a being with you. The only one I've known to had any inklings of doing that was Blaze. He find out you did some shit. It was about whatever. So hold on. Hold on. Let's slow it down, guys. Blaze wasn't doing it behind smoke and mirrors. He talked about it directly. It was no secret. Since we're talking to that point, now let's move over here to the vloggers, right? Shout out to the vloggers like Proxy, like For the Haters, like 411, Karma. I live for this. It's a lot of them out there. TikTok Tattletale. They only post what people are talking about on the lives. Am I correct?
Now, back then, that wasn't the case.
In 4K, true.
That's
Yep.
what I'm saying. Now that's how it is because people are using these pages to recap. Back then, it wasn't that. And that's what I'm trying to explain. There were people behind pages doing what they do. The TikTok Biz, Panther Power. Then I came out with Pink Panther because it was a fight back. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Right now, today, people are now using these videos to go back and recap. They wasn't doing that back then.
Are you saying that your
Called
personal
blogging,
information
see.
was
That
given
was
out
a
back
difference.
then?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Frankie.
No, in fairness, because again, I could give credit where it's due. Technically, 2 years ago, gotta give a shout out to the 9 because they technically was. They were the ones that kind of brought the recap and they kind of made it a thing. So it actually was a thing back then. It just it sparked. They kicked it off.
They made it start, right. It wasn't none of that before the 9. You had Panther Power. You had those pages were going after.
It was a page. I definitely remember Messy as Hell.
That was
Messy as Hell.
later. That was later.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm trying to
Okay,
say.
but T, you are using those pages as if they're blogging pages, and it's a difference. And I think blogging pages
What it
are
was
catching.
back then for the hater.
No,
I understand what you're saying. That's why I said it was.
I know, but the audience need to know that because
we were fighting with the pages last 2 years ago. It was no such thing as recapping. People were going after people with those pages. That's
right.
what I'm trying to say.
But for
That's
the
the
new
truth.
people, right? You're absolutely right. But for the new people right now, when you say we created these pages, like the bloggers, because there's no bloggers back then, you are making it seem as if those pages were doing the same thing that bloggers are doing. And that's not true. Those pages were created just to destroy or to get back.
Or bring awareness.
Right. All of that. Right. Absolutely. And I'm not saying you are wrong for doing whatever you did. What I'm saying as a blogger is don't make them seem like they're one and the same because they're not.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Okay, love.
Why don't the bloggers, and be honest, because I'm not blaming y'all, why don't they tell people who they are?
Well, I've told them not to, whether they listen to me or not.
Why?
In all fair, let me tell you why. Because we're showing what everybody else is doing in 4K. But then when we show it, people get angry and start lying. Well, bitch, I saw you do such and such. That's not what our page is about. It's about showing, and they shouldn't tell. But if I have a page, that I'm targeting somebody.
Let me say,
Okay,
I'm not
sorry.
going against the bloggers. I agree. I'm in line with them. But what I'm saying is to say, oh, you were doing it from a page that nobody knew who it was. As many of people are that are posting things to bring in awareness, whether it's lives, whether it's they pointing something out that other creators have done, regardless of anything, they're not doing it from their main page.
You're right, but that's not called blogging. That's the thing
Whatever you want to call it, I'm just saying everybody's doing. Okay, what I'm saying is we don't know who nobody is.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Whether you're doing it
Okay,
for
but
later,
how many main pages do we not know who people are? So we're not throwing the main pages. We're not throwing the main pages in there. We're mixing that dog out page with blogging and not a dog out page with regular commenters. So if you're going to say that, it's plenty of people behind regular pages that we don't know who they are. They get in the panel, talk their shit. But we're not going to sit up. Well, I'm not going to sit up and have people to throw in bloggers with a diss page. That those are two completely different. If that's the case, throw everybody who does not expose who they are then.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, at that time, it wasn't that many creators doing no fucked up shit. So it was one side against another. It was one side of people that was being harassed, there was people being done wrong, and there was another side of the people that were doing it. Let's just call it what it is. It wasn't Bella, it wasn't HB, it wasn't Chef Foxy, it wasn't Tea Time and Poozy. Am I lying?
She not, y'all. Like sometimes you like when shit start happening, when stuff start happening to you, all of a sudden, and we as the host know it was like I want to still be heard, and T has been heavy on saying that voices do need to be heard. So her Pink Panther page, she's saying, wasn't with the intent to dox Diamond. After her actions, she realized that she did, but the page was intended to show what was happening to her. So yeah, you can't go against
Other
the
people.
elders
There
in
were
your
other
full
people.
skin every
Can I
time.
put a pin in that for
That's
one
not
moment?
true.
So I want to put a pin in what Poozy just said, because the page was to bring awareness to what was happening to you, how she was being done.
And other people too. Because Angel was on that page too. What was happening to Angel was on that page.
Okay. But Tea Time, recently, right, if I'm not mistaken, recently you made a statement of people is moving a certain way because they felt some type of way about that creator. I believe Blaze was being accused of moving some type of way on my behalf because of that creator.
Mm-hmm.
However, so right, even though I've said out my own mouth, now I can say it directly to you. When I've moved on, I've moved on. So when you was conflating situations that had one that had nothing to do with the other, that's why I said that was a problematic narrative, because he's speaking to a situation that was happening in that moment, but you followed up by saying that people feel some type of way because they know who Diamond is and they still try to get close to her and all these other things. It came off like you was trying to downplay other people's experiences with her, like they was, or let me speak for myself, as if I was holding on to what was done to me and how I was treated, when I'm like, why are you bringing it up?
That's how it came off, and I'll tell you why. What happened between me and Diamond happened between me and Diamond 2 years ago. I'm not still carrying that into today. I'm not still dragging her. I'm not still jumping in panels because of whatever happened between me and her. So what I see people doing is, even after they've had their issue with Diamond, whenever somebody else have an issue with her, they take their issue that they had with her and bring it to the issue that's happening today, and then they merge them. I did not merge them. I was not merging anything that I experienced with Diamond into today. What happened between me and Diamond back then, when we were not getting along, I was bringing an awareness to everything that was happening to us at that time. Once I let it go and everything was water under the bridge, even after we weren't even cool, before she even extended the olive branch to me, I was not jumping in panels even then, trying to, every time somebody brought her name up or whatever. I had 5 videos on that Panther page, 5. That Panther page was up for a month, not even 2. So I was not carrying that into year after year after year. If y'all don't understand what I'm saying, cool, but I still don't do it.
That's not that we're saying we don't understand, right? Because if the conversation, you were asked the question, you answered it truthfully. So I guess what I'm trying to understand is, if a conversation is being had and someone is speaking to their experience, why would that be considered that they're carrying hurt when they're just simply saying, hey, look, I don't feel like you're lying because I've been there, done that with her. Why make them...
I haven't. When people speak on their experience, I acknowledge their experience. What I speak on is when I defend and I say, well, I don't of my opinion because they don't like her. That's the same thing I didn't want people doing to me.
But you are using your experience right now to defend.
In isolation, my experience. I'm not taking my experience and putting it on your experience or Bella's experience.
But T, that's what you're doing right now. So you
for
gotta look at it.
myself.
But you got to look at it like this. I'm just going to keep it real with you. I think a lot of times where people are still saying that, hey, T, you're deflecting. Hey, T, you're doing this because that is what you're doing.
What?
People are
Hold on, hold on, hold
okay.
on, hold on.
Let
No,
me
no, no,
keep
no,
it a
no, no, no,
buck.
no.
T, let me say it. Let me
Go
finish.
ahead.
Let me
Go ahead.
finish. Let me explain. So where I look at it as is that okay, you took accountability for the doxing. You took accountability for the page. But then to me, it feels like then you say, well, I did it because of this, and I did it because of that. That's kind of like walking back out of your accountability.
No, it's
Because
not. No, it's not
If they
because people
ask them
ask me
why,
why. That's
right?
the problem. Y'all sit there and ask people, well, why would you do that? And then I say, well, because this was happening to me. And then you say, oh, that's not an excuse.
why answer it
But
though?
don't ask.
That's
Well,
what I'm saying.
don't
No,
ask the
I
question. Because then if
wouldn't.
I don't answer it, they're gonna say you're not
But
accountable.
T, what? That's not true. That's not true. To me, if you're saying, okay, I'm going to take accountability. I was wrong for what I did. I was wrong for this. I think like when you go to speak to it again, it starts to look like excuses, and it
Okay,
is.
okay, so
I'm just saying, T, and it's nothing. It's nothing like to get you riled up or anything. I'm just saying, like as a person on the outside looking in, that's kind of how it looks. And,
okay.
and and I know you might be saying, I know you're saying that, hey, that's not what I'm doing, but it just kind of looks that way. I'm just being honest.
Okay, so giving a reason, if somebody asks you, well, why would you do that? Or what happened to make you do that? And I say, none of your business. That's how I should handle it.
Okay, so I've been in a predicament where I've had to say, there's no excuse that I can give. There's no excuse for it. Like when I'm giving my apologies or whatever, it's like, you know what, there's no excuse for it. The bottom line is I was in the wrong. It's
Can you
like
give me an example of that, Bella, that you did that here on this app?
okay, so that's a good question. I would have to come back to that because I definitely believe that when I've given apologies myself, I think I did. I don't even think, matter of fact, that creator, when the situation happened, I didn't give an excuse right then and there. I just stood in that moment and said, you know what? I was wrong. I didn't have to react the way that I did. I'm actually glad you asked that question because some would not remember that I actually apologized to that creator. I went to that creator in her live into her panel and I said, I apologize. I said I did not need to react the way that I did. I didn't follow up with an excuse as to, oh, because I was lied on. I didn't do none of that. Now that is a fact. That did in fact happen. So I didn't use a excuse. I just simply took ownership in where I went wrong. So thank you so much, T-Time, for asking that question because it
I
actually,
still don't know what situation that was again.
I'm sorry.
What situation was that?
The situation was when I once supported the creator. I went live one day when she wasn't live. The live transpired into a conversation that turned into people expressing their grievances for her. When that happened, information got brought back to her, like I was saying things that was disparaging about her and made her look a certain type of way, things that were not true. When I tried to clear things up with her, I wasn't heard. I was shut down. Okay? As a result, I lashed out. I said things that I shouldn't have said. I did things that I shouldn't have done Then I came back, went to her platform, went into her panel, and apologized, looking back on my part, despite feeling that I was done wrong in a sense. In that moment, it was not time for me to point the fingers at her. I can only control how I react. And that's where my accountability had to come in. It's how I reacted to the way I felt.
Okay.
Apologize.
So do not answer. Okay, so I apologize. I was wrong. And so moving forward, don't answer any questions.
So I think with Bella, with the example you just used, is different because you're speaking directly to said individual and having a conversation directly with them to take accountability for what you said. So I get why you handled it that way. But when you're just in the masses of things, like you on different panels that Diamond's not on, I can see why people are asking T these questions. They even ask for receipts. So basically, when she said that she did what she did, and then now people are asking questions, had she have dropped from that panel, they would have exploded it more than it was. So I think her owning what she did, and I asked T these questions because I wasn't there when everything happened, but she went live afterwards when I came in. And I asked her all of these questions about, like, why did she do it and everything like that. Now, I also looked at it like, well, if it was the mafia doing it, why not go after them? She explained that it was a different culture back then. But I guess answering questions and trying to just go out of your way to absolve yourself of any responsibility are two different things. So I don't think it's justification. I don't think she's trying to justify it. I think she did say that she was wrong. I asked her, what did she feel like she was wrong for? Was it the doxing part or was it just the entire thing? She said the entire page. If today she would just fight from her own page. She will fight her battles from her own page. So basically, and honestly, if we're going to be real about it, even if T did fight from her own page and she called out the mafia, I believe Diamond would have took offense to that anyway. She would have been like, yeah, they don't like the mafia in these streets. And she would have took it personal anyway. But I agree that T shouldn't have created the page. I think she should have stood on it from her own page. And I think she should have went after the mafia. I said I would have held the whole fuck the mafia campaign. But we know that if T would have even did that, Diamond would still be like, yeah, because, they don't like the mafia, fuck the mafia, and she would have took it personal anyway. It would have had to be put on the floor anyway. So if we're going to be real, we got to be real on both sides. I love T, but I did tell T that I wouldn't have fought from that page. I would have just stood toe-to-toe with Diamond about it. I would have went to Diamond, and like if it wouldn't have stopped, then yeah, I would have really been like, hell the fuck, okay, let's get it on then, obviously. But I just think it's a lot of bullshit going on, and I've seen things.
That's something that I would do today. I had to learn. To literally learn it. And just like Asia Baby said in the comments, there were several campaigns. There was a lot of people trying to fight back. But I was still wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not taking away any responsibility. I haven't threw nobody under the bus. I haven't blamed nobody else for doing it. I haven't told nobody else, gave any other names, nothing. I stand in it by myself.
T, I agree with you.
Basically,
Can
you
I
would be
say
damned
something
if
real
you
quick?
do it, damned if you don't, right? Because it don't matter if you did it from a fake page or a real page, they're going to move the goalpost and say you're stalking her or you're obsessed with her. They move the goalpost. So it's, no matter what you do, they're going to try to find some fault.
And I'm going to say this.
Can I say something real quick?
Wait a minute. Hold on. I must keep saying my intent. I didn't say, let me dox this woman. Let me put out her address. I wasn't trying to do that. If I put up some information now, I black stuff out, even my own information. I didn't know that back then. So it wasn't nothing intentional. We learn from our mistakes. We learn, oh, fuck, damn, oh, shit, the information is on there. You had to make the mistake or you learned it from somebody else's mistake. How do you learn if the mistake isn't made? Now, if I continue to do it, I will understand. But I wasn't doing that to hurt her or to put her address up. That wasn't my intention. Did it happen? Yes. But nobody was trying to put her address up or nothing. I was trying to show, like, shit, y'all following this motherfucker with this record? The same thing y'all do now, just from your own page. Would I do it from my own page now? Yes, and I do. I do the shit from my own page now.
Okay, so I guess what I can ask you is, as of now, clearly you said that y'all are in a better space since then, but remove yourself from the situation. In your opinion, do you feel like things have not changed over there, that they still treat people the way they treated you?
I think I understand the dynamics, some dynamics more, and I do think that, so let me The mafia back then wasn't nothing like the people over there now. And I'm telling you that for sure. They were not, they had a team. You can give names of the team. They don't have that today. Diamond don't have no mafia today. She got the comments, she got that, but they had a camp. So back then, it was a lot more people that were coming at you from pages like this, like your page, like all of these pages. They were all in favor of the mafia. They're not around no more. Those people have left. And they're saying it in the comments. Those people are not there no more. So the stuff that's happening now is more so with people personally that they have with Diamond.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm saying, T, is that, okay, so accountability is for self, right? And you have taken accountability. Definitely you have. And I truly believe that you didn't mean to dox or whatever. I truly believe that from you. But what I'm saying is that the explanation to everybody else that don't really care, because they're going to keep coming at you with different questions, trying to trip you up, trying to make you beat you down and everything. I think that you have explained yourself to your supporters. Your supporters understand. Proxy is a huge supporter of yours. She understands. So I think that that's the only people that that deserve that explanation, and you have given it. And now you have given it to the masses. I just feel like going forward for you and your sanity, don't keep explaining yourself, because you have done that and you have taken accountability, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Frankie. And I think we can both understand that it is a situation of you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. Because when Bella doesn't, like when Bella's under scrutiny and she doesn't, like Bella's good at that. Like she usually doesn't explain. She usually doesn't, but they're still going to linger on. And then it's going to be like, basically what people will do is document it in history as if everything that everybody else pushed onto you is facts. Right? So basically, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. If T over explains, people are going to say, oh, she's justifying her behavior. If Bella doesn't explain, people are going to say, well, what the other side is saying must be true. You did do that, and that's what you did.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like you really can't win for losing, and I did tell T that. So it's basically about your personality and how you want to handle it.
And I was going to say, because it all depends. When you know you are telling the truth in the circumstance, no matter if it's told 6 months or years later, the truth don't change. And that's why I'm not in the show business of explaining myself like I used to. Before, I used to do the back and forth and the trying to prove this and show that. And once I realized that people going to believe what they want regardless, man, say what you want. It don't make me or break me. And once I got that mindset, that's how I was able to move on and be great on my side of the app.
Well, I'm going to say I can't move like that. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay. If I have a page and I point out stuff, right? I point out this, I point out that. If something is pointed out to me and I don't stand in it and be like, yeah, I did that shit. Yeah, that happened. Then who the fuck am I to point out anything else or bring awareness to anything else if I can't stand in the shit that I've done? And that's just how I feel. If I've done it and somebody bring it up to me, I'm going to say, yeah, I did do that. You know, I did. And if they bring it up 2 years from now, I'm still going to say, yeah, that's true. Right? At the end of the day, that's how I move. That's just me.
Okay. I guess it's more so because I'm still sitting in the audience. It's not more so of a, you know what, this is weighing on me. I want to do the right thing. Let me tell her. It was more like your hand was forced. You had no choice but to face it. So, respectfully, when motherfuckers think they about to force my hand for me to address some shit, I'm like, believe what the fuck you want. And when you realize that motherfucker was lying, it is what it is. Again, so we are two different people. I don't know. I just
Like I said, the person that I was 2 years ago, the things that I did 2 years ago, I'm not doing that today. But again, I can't make nobody believe that. I can't make nobody believe. I can't make people just have to either believe it or don't, and that's okay. I can't get mad if they be like, nah, T, I don't trust. I can't be mad at that. You know what I'm saying? I can't make nobody believe. I can't be mad if don't nobody believe. But now that people know the information, if you choose not to fuck with me, you don't have to. The people that knew the information still chose to fuck with me and then told y'all, oh yeah, she did this, right? That person didn't find out behind the scene. I told that person out of my mouth what I did. And that person still chose to fuck with me regardless. So at the end of the day, I'm telling now y'all know. So that's now your choice.
can you kind of understand? And I will mention it because we did hear it in the clip. But can you understand Capper's perspective?
No, hell no, I can't. Hell no, I can't understand Catholic perspective.
Before you go in, can I explain why I'm saying that? I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't expect that reaction. Kappa's point of view was, T, you got on me because I allegedly doxed someone in your panel and you told me to apologize to him, but yet you didn't make it right with the woman that you doxed.
No, I got on her for doxing in my panel. She didn't, whatever Kappa do to Blaze outside of my platform is on her. She did it in somebody else's space. I ain't never told nobody to apologize for shit. They done, don't bring that shit to my space.
So technically she lied because she said you told her to apologize to him. She needs to
Well, she
apologize.
did it in my space.
Wouldn't she just need to apologize to you for disrespecting you in your space and fuck the
He did it.
Like, do you understand? Okay.
Yeah, she can apologize to me for doing it in my space, but she told me that wasn't doxing. That's why I say we talk about this doxing shit. What's doxing and what's not. She even said this not doxing. It's public information. Everybody already seen it before. So if we're going off of her logic, I actually didn't dox Diamond. If we're going by her logic. Because she said, this is not doxing. Everybody already seen this.
Where I think some people should be sitting this conversation out and shouldn't have nothing to say.
But no.
Could I say something after them? I can't turn on my camera. That's why I have
This is good, my stalker.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure who you were when you was requesting up. I wasn't sure if it was a mistake. Can y'all pause for a moment because she was waiting.
Why am I mad? Hold on 1 second. Whatever I did, I didn't do it in nobody's spaces. I made my own page and I did what I did on my own. I didn't go in nobody's spaces. I didn't do none of that shit. So at the end of the day, I did what I did on my own and I stood in, and whatever came with it, I have to deal with the consequences on my own. Now, I didn't bring other people in it with me. So at the end of the day, when you go to somebody's space and you dox them, just like, and if that's the case, Heartbreaker doxed me on Diamond Panel. I mean, we could go through this all day, but then I'll be deflecting then. Right? I'll be deflecting then. Because if we don't go there about doxing and all that shit, we got to go into all of that shit.
Hour and a
the
half.
people that's upset.
Since I've been in here, you've been deflecting.
Okay, baby.
So, ma'am, who are you? Are you Quay? I'm not sure how to say your name.
Well, how you pronounce my name is just Keeks. I've been, and look, I'm not like, I know of like who the characters are in this little plot or whatever. I've been present for like a year and a half or whatever. I just wanted to say I've been up here for a while, and Tynesha, Tea Time with Ty, all she has done, and I'm not doxing her when I say that because it's on her books, all she has done is deflected and been manipulative. And then you have people who are in her age group who are not calling that out. I don't know how many times people have to say it. I don't know how many times people have to say what you're doing. Someone said that the only people you could teach are kindergartners. And that is true. Yeah, yes. you could teach preschoolers, anyone under that.
Yes.
But all you have done is deflected and been manipulative. Doxing is doxing.
It is.
You know what you like, but here's the thing. Doxing is doxing, right? It doesn't matter if you intended to do it or did not intend to do it.
Absolutely correct.
You could have gotten that person hurt or even worse.
And I thank God she did.
And then you went to her event. This is like this story is about character. This is about character at this point.
After we made amends. Yes.
I don't care. Well, did she know that you doxed her?
She did not. I should have told her.
No, yeah, see that. See, I caught you again. You can't keep doing that. Say, hey, I went to her event and she didn't know I doxed her. It's not that hard.
You're right.
It's not that hard. That's all. Like that's all I have to say. I heard that earlier about. Oh well, it wasn't my intention. It wasn't my intention.
It wasn't.
It doesn't matter. If I drop a
technically it does matter because the definition of the definition of it does matter though. The definition of doxing is malicious intent.
Go on you,
Roxy. Let this happen. The audience need to see something.
It doesn't matter.
We made.
I know a person who was in prison because they pumed somebody, and it got charged as manslaughter. I hope I could say that. I'm sorry, I'm trying to use your language. I don't get your page taken down. Even if it's an accident, it's still a crime. That doesn't make puming somebody, no matter if it's an accident or not. It's still a crime if you are a mature and able adult. It is a crime. Even if you're a child and you know what you're doing. If you are able to, you know.
And that's why there's different tiers and charges.
That's what being.
That's why charges are different for different.
You don't have to explain that to me.
That's why you have manslaughter. That's why you have.
That's what I'm explaining to you.
Right?
That is what I'm explaining to you.
The intent does matter in the charges.
That is what I'm explaining to you. You still did something.
5 subscriptions.
You still did something. It does, and you knew what you were. You actually knew what you were doing after because you went to the lady's event and smiled in her face.
It wasn't that I knew what I was doing after. Again, if I go there, I would then be justifying.
Somebody in the comments just said that nobody was harmed. Somebody could have been harmed. You put her address up there. You put her full name up there.
It was not her current address, ma'am.
Well, even if it was a form, I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You don't know who's living there now. Those people could have been hurt.
You're right.
And you still put her full name up there. Her kids and grandkids and everyone else could have gotten hurt. No one is saying that. That this is real life. I understand you all are messy. It's messy TikTok, and this is a blog page and gossip. But this life is real. And I'm sitting here. I've been listening to a bunch of people in their 30s and 40s talk all day about how doxing isn't that serious, and blog pages. People get hurt for having stuff like that.
Didn't hear nobody say the doxing was unserious. I did not hear
I'm
that.
up here lying down bloggers now. I'm gonna check you on that shit. Don't bring the bloggers and bloggers in this shit. Now I'm telling you, don't.
No, it's okay.
Don't talk to me like that. I'm not going to. Don't talk.
Okay, well, don't take it then.
No,
yeah, I am going to take it there.
So hold on one moment. I'm not even gonna lie. So many points are being walked into right now. In this live, we made it clear that doxing was not okay. We said that T could have put her in danger. We said all those things, right? But we're also seeing from T perspective now, Miss
Keeks. I'm sorry. I should have been more. No, here I could take accountability for. I'm sorry. I should have been more clear. I'm saying in the comments.
Well, no, you're fine. So, Miss Keys, are you a supporter of that show over there, the morning show?
No, I'm not. I'm not a supporter of that show. I'm a person that was on TikTok a while back. I was on here a little bit more. I'm not as much as anymore. I ran into people like Tea Time, Chef, and even Diamond. And Tea Time and I have had it. No. Let me say so. Tea Time and I have had it out.
No, we ain't had shit on. I don't even know you. Different. I don't know you, lady. You've been bothering me.
Now, I'm talking. Shut your mouth. How old are you?
You're not going to talk to me like that.
How old are you? How old are you? Shut your mouth.
You won't talk to me like that.
Be quiet.
No,
You're
ma'am.
in your 30s.
Absolutely. I'm actually 42.
Shut up.
up
Be
for the
quiet. You're
tea.
in the wrong.
I won't. I
You're in
won't.
the wrong, and you know
I
you're
am.
in the wrong.
I
But here's
am.
the thing: what I want to say, I've spotted this in her character when I fell out with her.
What did you
No,
spot?
I spotted that in her.
What did you
Not fell out
spot?
with her. I spotted this in her character a year and a half
We
ago.
ain't
I
fall
know
out. I
you
ain't never
to be.
known you, lady. How
I
did we
knew
fall
you to
out?
be the messy,
I am messy. I'm very
bitch that
messy.
you are.
And that's why you keep watching me, because I'm
And
messy.
I'm
and you
not
like
watching
mess.
you. I don't know everything that's been going on.
You know a
I
lot.
just see on somebody else's live that they were talking about you. And I'm like, all this stuff happening, and here come this messy pig.
I'm a
Once
messy
again.
pig. What's that got to do with you? What I done to you?
Once again. I do not care.
Okay.
Listen, I do have an issue with T, but here's the difference. I'm being direct about my
you don't
issue.
even know me, and you got
Not
an issue
how
with
you
me,
were
right?
with
And that's
Diamond.
obvious.
Not how you were with Diamond. You went to her gala in a dress.
I did, and
and danced
how you know? How do you know what I wore? You said you don't know me.
like a fake ass person. Excuse
Can I ask
my
a question?
language.
Can I
It
ask
could be
just a
considered
quick
fake.
question?
I had no issue with her when I went to her gala. I had no underlying.
Did she know that you was
feelings
on
about
that
her.
page?
She didn't.
She did, and that's fake. Like I said.
I agree. That could be fake.
Hello.
Okay, I'm gonna
I
let
just have a
somebody
quick
else go.
question.
That's just, and I'm if I can I just stay up here for a little while? But I'm gonna let
All right,
other people go.
I just wanted to ask you a question.
Okay.
I just want to know, did you have this type of passion when people were being doxxed on Diamond's page? Did you go up there and have this type of passion about doxing?
Sir,
Did you say
I
any
just
of that?
told you I don't
Great
follow.
question. Great question.
Sir, I just told you I'm not really involved. But guess what? If I was on that page and I was present, I would do the same thing because doxing is not a joke. I didn't know
Frankie,
if
tell me how to
doxing on
send
that side.
subscription. Ask a question about doxing since we gonna go there.
You just hit
Literally.
the
I'm not that type of follower.
Let me
you
ask
just
you a
hit them
question.
out randomly.
I'm not that type of follower, but if you,
Yes,
hey,
you
I would
know.
go on Diamond's page and say,
Okay.
hey, if there was any doxing on this page, you're wrong for it. Any and everyone is wrong for it.
Okay,
so like that.
Okay, what HB?
just want to make you aware right
Blaze, you're
now.
her supporter and you're trying to move the
No,
goalpost.
I'm not. No,
You are.
No, I'm not.
Don't do.
Okay.
I'm not Tanisha.
Ugh.
I hold everyone accountable.
Okay, so I would just like.
Doxing is wrong.
I'm actually proud of your passion. To be honest with you, I'm just saying.
Thank
I'm
you.
making you aware right now that
Thank you.
T Time was doxed on Diamond's
And that
panel.
was- and that's
so I will
wrong.
hope you. I'm just making sure we keep the energy all the way around for everybody.
But,
That's all.
okay, we can do that. That if tea time was docked, that is wrong.
So let me ask a
Her-
question.
Her
Let
kids
me
could
ask
be
a
her. Her
question.
grandkids could be her.
You're right.
That's wrong.
And it happened on her platform, and it happened before again.
Might want to come back, Keith.
Let me ask a question.
Real quick, T. Real quick.
No, wait. Let me ask a question.
Hold on,
Since
real
that
quick,
Pink Panther
T, I
page,
wanna
and we
say
didn't know who,
something
and we
real
didn't know who was
Luna, I
behind
know
it.
I need help.
Since
Do
we
you
didn't
know
know,
you need help?
oh my gosh! Since we didn't know who was behind that Pink Panther page, and
were you behind? Who was
I
behind
let it go. I let it go, and I just started fresh, right? When I was doxxed, after that, after we made amends, after we were cool, after I've been to the event, why wasn't it? Because that would be more, and I'm not saying I wasn't tripping about it, but what would that mean? If it happened in a space where nobody said, hey, no, hell no, we're not going to do that over here. Hell no, we're not going to do that. And this is after everything was squashed. This is after everything was over with.
Oh, okay. Can I say something else too? I just want to show how Blaze, her, and a couple of the other supporters
I got the
came
clip.
up here
If
and
y'all want me to roll the
moved
clip,
the
I can roll the
goalposts
clip.
because we were talking about how we were talking about you and how I sing this in your character a year and a half ago. And I got switched to, well, did you have this energy for Diamond? I was on Diamond's live a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't go on. I've only been on her live twice in a year and in 2 years I followed her. I don't even watch her show. I can't really. Sometimes it's too much going on. And I'm already a hectic person.
Then maybe you should sit this out.
Let's go to character.
No.
I'm not
Nay,
gonna keep doing
I
this shit.
can handle this.
I'm not
I can
gonna keep
actually
doing
handle
this.
this. I'm
I'm
doing
not
well
gonna
this
keep
Sunday
doing this shit.
morning.
Let me point something out. Let's go into character.
Just take full accountability
Yes,
for
I'm
what
taking
you've
full
done.
accountability. I am.
For what you've done. You're
I
a
am.
messy ass person.
I am. I've taken it. So let's go to
No, are
fucking
you a
character.
messy ass person or
Let's go to
not?
fucking character. Because today I can speak for myself.
So
But back
unfortunately, the
then,
brothers had to come and get you. They paid to drop you with no final
but
words.
back then, no, I ain't had this energy, but I got it today. So let's go to character. Wouldn't a motherfucker sitting on the panel giving my motherfucking full address while I'm cool with a motherfucker cool with me, show that a motherfucker will put their hands in their lap and let shit go on and act like they don't see shit, act like they don't know shit, act like they ain't responsible for shit? Where motherfuckers, it shows where motherfuckers will do shit and you will let shit get done and be like, I didn't do that. That had nothing to do with me. It wasn't me. It's so funny. It's so funny because that's exactly what caused me to create the page in itself, because don't nobody want to see what was happening.
But
Don't nobody want to see what was happening.
T,
There was a lot of things. I'll do it myself today. Did I
right?
have it
But
to do
T,
then? No.
this is why they saying that the apology is not standing, because if you feel so strongly still to this day, and we know what's been going on, and you have receipts of things, but if you're not gonna put it all on the floor, that's why they saying that your apology doesn't matter.
I'm not
Because
gonna
you
put it all on the
still,
floor because I literally was trying to put it behind me. Because
right? But
it's
I'm
gonna
saying,
sit
but
there and it's
you still feel passionate about it, and then Diamond is still acting as if she did nothing. She had no parts to play in it, and
I feel passionate about what I feel, what I will fight for myself on the forefront today. I still wouldn't have made the page. I won't make a page today. That's why I apologize for making the page.
You understand what Proxy is saying, right?
Right,
Yes,
but I'm
that's what
saying if you're gonna fight for, but I'm saying to this day, like we just said, that she allowed HB to do what she did after y'all were cool already. So if it's a passion behind it, and you do, and even if I'm not saying do it behind a fake page, I already said that if I were you, I would have fought from my main page. But I'm saying if it just, that's why they're saying that the apology, so maybe if you could clear up what you're apologizing for, not that you stood up for yourself, but that you did it behind the fake page. And then maybe apologizing just for the fake page and doxing her, but then you stand on the fact that, no, I do believe Diamond indeed was sending people to do the shit they did to me.
I said that.
Right. And I'm saying that's maybe it's a better, I'm saying based off what people are saying, that's where the confusion is coming in. So that's why I want to point it out to you that that's what they're saying. So if you say, I apologize for the fake page and doxing her, but to this day, I still feel like she did what she did. And even after we squashed it and called the truth, she allowed me to be doxed on her platform. So I still feel the way that I feel. And then that will clear up why you're explaining yourself.
That, and that's what I'm saying. I did say that, but people are using that as an excuse. That's what I'm trying to say. I did say I still feel like I was being attacked. I still feel like people were sending people at me. So what you're saying, I've been saying, and they're saying that I'm using as an excuse.
What I think is fair is that you did say remove the Pink Panther page off. You said that twice. Let's say the Pink Panther page had nothing to do with it. Prior to this and other than that, have you ever tried to come against Diamond with other people before?
Come against her with other people? No.
So was it an illusion or a figment of my imagination that you were a part of the team with Lower trying to tear down Diamond's page?
Nobody was trying to tear down Diamond's page.
No. So Angelina, what was said, and this was from the Diamond side of it, that T-Time outed Lower and Evans about them trying to take down Diamond. That's what was said.
I never said that they tried to take down Diamond. I said they were told to go live because they were no longer allowed in Diamond's space. And they said they would go live. That was the plan, for them to go live so they could create their own space because they were no longer allowed in Diamond. I said they were rejects.
I ain't gonna lie. That was not how it was said. And I do have the clip for that. That
was how it was said by Diamond.
Can you play the clip, Bella?
That was what Diamond said, but that's not what I said.
But no, I'm not saying that's what you said. Diamond said that you only, the moment you got mad with Lower and them is when she found out that they was going live and all that to pretty much hurt her platform.
Right, that's what she said.
So there's no blog. So just to be clear, because you know these bloggers be on it, there's no proof or no evidence of you ever saying, and you want me to tell you the truth, Lower and them came just to kind of try to take down your platform.
Hell no. Hell no, ain't no blog that say that. Pull that blog up that I said that. Hell no, because that's not what I said. I said the purpose of them going live because they were no longer allowed in Diamond Space. So they started their own live, not to take her space down. So the plan was, since there wasn't nobody else working, didn't nobody else have nothing to do, Lower go live because, no, everybody else was working, and Lower go live because he had his own, he didn't have a job. Not to take her down. That was never said to take her down. Play the clip.
Bloggers activate.
Bloggers activate now.
Yeah, I could say again, my part in that was one of the reasons why me and T were cool when she was on my platform, was things like that. I don't think that Lower's intentions was ever to take down Diamond. I do agree with T on that. It was because they lost their space to talk in. So that platform, from my personal opinion, because I also used to be over there with Lower, and then when that platform started, was not to take down Diamond. It was the intent for the Red Pill men to still have their voice.
Right, Diamond said to take her down. That was never
That's sure not the narrative that was painted
by Diamond, right? Because I didn't say it.
Gotcha.
So yesterday I did ask T. I asked T, did she really feel like Diamond was trying to take sending people over there, and she said yes. So as everybody is pointing out, T, you find a character flaw in Diamond, but you still build rapport with her. So it's like but one moment, if she's still saying she didn't do it, then that means you're saying blatantly she's a liar. So why even apologize if you're saying this is her character, this is who she is, she's a liar? What is it there to apologize for?
Because I still did something wrong.
So just so the audience understand what we're hearing, she said she apologized for using the fake page to air out her grievances, but her feelings are still her feelings.
I don't know why people are not getting that. Proxy just said it and everybody was like, clock it.
Well, and please forgive me because I'm in and out of church. Praise him. Praise her. You're saying that, hey, this woman has this character flaw. That's how I chose to handle it at this time. Diamond is saying, I never had this beef with you. I never sent anybody over there. You're saying that me and this woman had this beef. She sent people over there. The issue does seem very one-sided. It seems like even some could say a delusion on your end where you thought this beef existed where it didn't. Because this is what I was talking about. One moment, but by your standard alone, but one moment, by your standard alone, anyone can accuse. But listen, by your standard alone, anybody can accuse anybody of anything and never show proof of it, but say with certainty this person did that. I can say, oh, he did this to me, and he can go to jail for 50, 75 years, but I have no proof to support the claim that I'm making.
She does, Angelina. You just unfortunately missed it. That was me coming up on the stand and witness to. There was an incident on the back.
Wait, hold on, Angelina. Yeah. Hold that thought. T, somebody got a question for you in this Cash App. It says, didn't Hetty get doxxed on T Lives by her cousin?
Yeah, I didn't know that though. I walked away from the phone, and they know I walked away from the phone. I walked away, and I apologized to Petty as well because that didn't happen. I apologized. See, that's the difference. When it happened with Petty, I apologized. I took full accountability. I didn't just not say nothing. I had walked away from the phone. My camera, if you go to the video, you would even see my head. I was on a phone call. Me and Chef was on the phone when that happened.
I will attest when it happened to me on T-Time's platform, she apologized to me as well.
I'm not saying you could control it happening, but you could still say, hey, no, we're not going to do that. Or you could say, I'm sorry that happened. That never happened. That's my point.
Now, T, rumor has it that you was getting on people for doxing people.
When did I get on people for doxing people? Mm-hmm. Rumor also had it that I wanted to know who opposition was. Rumor also had it that I wanted to know who detention was. I've never got on people for none of that shit. People are putting on me what their standards are for other people.
Why do you think you and Diamond had a beef?
Yeah, she said, Angelina said you was delusional. I ain't gonna hold you. How do you feel about that?
Yo, indeed.
I ain't gonna hold you. I tried not to laugh because I wasn't even expecting that. That fucked me up a little bit.
But the thing about it is, y'all want to put standards on me that I don't even have. And then y'all want to say, well, you go by this. No, I don't. I do not.
No, love,
But
I actually
Angelina,
don't
how
want to
are
do
you
that.
gonna, but Angelina, I got a question. How are you gonna call her delusional to her experience?
So, T-Time,
That's why I
well,
said Angelina
I
to
feel like
her.
Great
becoming a
point, Frank.
creator can be a very tiresome thing. As you guys elevate, I think it's going to be stages that anybody who wants to be great will
No,
have
but
to go
Angelina,
through.
answer the question though. How are you calling her delusional to her experience?
So, T-Time, when you made it your point to say, hey,
Okay, so T, you ask her the question then.
Hold on 1 second, because Kel said, because I don't let Skylar in my panel. Because every time I let Skylar in my panel, people that got doxed by him, and he also doxed me, they say you letting the doxer in your panel. So it's damned if I do, it's damned if I don't.
So hold that thought. Everybody and their mom know HB is a doxer. HB doxed me. So if we're gonna pick and choose who needs to be in whose panel, y'all was literally in the audience. Shout out to the vloggers. Y'all was in the audience campaigning for HB and to be in my panel this morning. Were y'all not? Knowing the history, y'all were campaigning for her to sit in this very box that Frankie is in. Were you not?
Yeah, she came
Facts,
up and they
Bella.
saw that
Facts, Bella.
somebody dropped her and everybody's comments
Nobody
was
dropped
flooding.
her. Left and came back, and they was looking for her to come back up.
Yeah, they thought she got dropped and they were like,
Because,
why HB get dropped? Why HB get dropped? That's what they were saying.
like we say,
So if you might want to slow y'all roll, because the bottom line is, if we're making doxing in its entirety the problem, and y'all say, "Oh, Bella, take your feelings out of it. If it ain't personal, why HB can't sit in your panel?" Then why are we controlling who goes up in Tea Time panel, despite what motherfuckers do on the app? You see,
and understand this. Because I didn't let Skylar in my panel after doxing Chef and doing some stuff, he then doxed me. I didn't make a big deal out of it. I didn't even yell and scream about it. I took that shit. So because I set a boundary, there was a consequence that I had to face with that. So it's funny how we sit here and we act like, oh, T, you dox Diamond. Okay, maybe I should have did it with my chest like everybody else did. Maybe that would have been better. Because what we're saying is, one, apology don't matter. Just do it with your chest. And then everybody will respect you. So back then I ain't do it with my chest. So you don't have to respect me. Because I'm not doing that shit today. I'm not doing that shit no more. That shit didn't feel good. That shit wasn't my intention. And it's not something that I'm gonna do again. You don't have to believe me. I know what I'm capable of doing. I know what I want to do and I know what I don't like.
I don't think in
Like
this
you
situation
said.
the
Okay.
doxing itself is the issue. I think
That is the issue. That's what we've been talking about the whole time. That was been the issue.
And that's
okay.
what she
So
apologized for.
for me, the issue itself is in the doxing. It's just as I reverence all of you guys. Even Bella, you know, she's a distant cousin. You know, we all started at the bottom. Now we're here. Um, we all are trying to make it in this life, and it takes a lot of integrity and it takes a lot of trust to make sure this happens. There are unspoken rules when we're trying to build our platforms, when we're trying to create. To me,
Hold on, wait. Somebody said HB didn't make a troll account. Yes, she did. She had detention.
I was gonna say, do y'all want
That's what I'm trying to say. Y'all purposely doing this shit.
slow y'all roll, because if we gonna start going down rabbit holes and shit, let's
Come
relax.
on, man.
Let's relax, because before HB was the HB we know her to be, where she just bold and direct and all this other shit, let's not get it confused. She had detention. Detention was doing exactly what opposition is doing. If we're gonna take it there, slow your roll down there. Don't be too quick to speak. Think. Let's focus. Now, you said, Angelina, that there are rules that are unspoken. What would those rules apply?
Hold on. Queen Jewel's asking you, where's the clip that I lied? She said Diamond said it. She didn't say I said it.
Correct.
That's the part y'all keep missing. She didn't say she got a clip with me saying it. Got you, Jewel, while you still waiting on a got you moment.
T, can I ask you
I
real
think
quick? Like,
some of the
oh, go
rules,
ahead.
Bella,
Tell
some
us
of the
the
rules would be
rules.
don't lie on each other. Always be honest. It's going to be fair. And some of
Don't
the
lie, be
unspoken rules,
honest, be fair. So
that's business integrity. That's business integrity. That comes with any entrepreneur. Anybody who's trying to open up a business knows that you have business integrity. That's why we're able to collaborate with one another.
Yeah, yeah. And okay, so Angela, respectfully, you are a member of the mafia. You support that group, Angelina. Your mic is on mute, ma'am.
Angelina definitely mafia. She
No,
definitely.
we just wanted to talk to Angelina directly because the rules are don't lie, be honest, be fair, have integrity. Right? Is that correct? What's
Yes,
good? Okay,
that's
so we
some of
got
the
the kingdom
those
in
are
the
some of the
building. Drop
unspoken
your
rules.
crowns in the audience. The kingdom is in the building.
Drop your crowns.
Kingdom is in the building, y'all. Drop your crowns. So, Angelina, my apologies. You were interrupted. You said what?
So yes, those are some of the unspoken rules.
Some of the unspoken rules. Have you ever witnessed the mafia lying, being dishonest, being unfair, and lacking integrity?
No.
Thank you for your response, Angelina. We appreciate you.
Can I ask Angelina a question? So Angelina, I know you asked T, and even in the panel right now, you said that it's delusional, like it's a one-sided beef and it's delusional. But the other day, I heard you speak to saying that Diamond would always say all these people were after her, and it's always a plot to go after her and things like that. And she couldn't prove it, but she had a feeling about it and to trust, and that we should all trust our intuition. So my question would be, now 2 years later that it's coming out that T created Pink Panther or whatever the case may be, Diamond had that feeling, but it couldn't be proven back then. So would it be safe to say that T's intuition is definitely accurate, but it's just not proven at this time and it could be proven later?
Yes.
Okay, so
When a certain creator came out and said that they were sent to put the videos out, it was proven later.
Shit, Proxy, I think we also witnessed a situation where another creator was targeted and they couldn't prove it at the time. They just had a feeling. And then, you know what, I'm gonna leave that alone.
would that creator happen to be you?
I remember that, Bella.
Proxy, you are a vlogger. Can you be a little more specific? Because maybe my memory doesn't serve me correctly. What are you talking about?
Where you were saying that Nosy and Petty Rowe were after you, and that the three of them were plotting on you, and that people were saying that you were delusional for it. But then it came out that Nosy started to like say things like Bella should be paying people to be on her show, and then all the situation with the Barb situation, and then Nosy called for you to be canceled, and then Petty Rowe came out with a court show. It was supposed to be about celebrity stuff, but then it took a turn and it ended back up on Messy Talk. Is that what you referring to?
But see, that wouldn't make sense because I was told I was delusional and that nobody was coming after my platform. So that wouldn't make sense.
It sounds like what Angelina just was saying about tea time.
Right. So basically, Angelina, at the time when Diamond was saying all these things before it just came out and was proven, did you think Diamond was delusional too?
No.
So why do you think T is delusional but Diamond wasn't at the time when she had no proof?
So I don't think T is delusional. I said it could be a possibility because there are times where we may be having our own personal experience and we think that we're experiencing something else because of what's happening in our outside life. That's for one. And for two, the proof has been put forward now. put out vital information
Angela,
of
you
Diamond.
should have called her delusional.
No, you didn't. I didn't
Like,
hear
stop playing. You called her
the
delusional.
explanation
You
that you
said
just
she
gave.
was
I didn't hear
delusional.
that. So the explanation that you just
Yeah,
gave,
you
I didn't
said
hear
it
that.
like
I heard you say
delusional.
it sounds like this is a one-sided delusional beef. That's what I heard
I
you say. I
did. I
didn't
did
hear
say
you
that it
give that
sounds that
context.
way. I
Right, but
did say
then
that it sounds that way.
right, but I said before you were given proof now, 2 years later, when Diamond used to speak about these things in the past before this proof just came out, did you think that she was delusional? You said no.
Hold
So
on one
Proxy,
second.
let's slow
Hold
it
on
down
one
for Miss
second.
And I
Angelina.
didn't.
So Tea
I
Time and
didn't think.
Proxy, hold on, let's slow it down real quick. So Miss Angelina, let's slow it down for you. Let's bring up some recent, something more recent. Okay, so I was told that I was delusional by those same people that you support, Angelina. Did you know that? I was told I was delusional for the things that I was experiencing. So,
What
baby, did you
people?
witness what I experienced last year?
Bits and pieces of it. But as it relates to my sternness, as it relates to this topic, that's where my information is going to come from. So when she's asking me the question now, did I think Diamond was delusional? My answer is no. And she's saying, well, pretty much why not? Well,
Okay, so let me reel it back to you.
Yeah.
So let me reel it back to you because you spoke on rules. You said the rules that don't lie, be honest, be fair, have integrity. So respectfully, when the things that was happening that people, and you said you witnessed a little bit of the things that happened to myself, did they not lie, be dishonest, be unfair, or lack integrity when it came to myself? Oh no.
Oh no.
Dang.
Oh, let me write this time down to make sure I'm doing
Can I
this.
say this? Lisa said that it was proven that I made it as if Panther Power was going after me, and it wasn't. But you did admit in the video that that's the reason why you stopped being a part of Panther Power, is because they were doing attacks on me. They also had another video where they took some of the stuff and they cropped it to make it look one way where it wasn't that way. They intentionally was leaving out information to pay me in a way that I wasn't. You know that to be true, Lisa. So again, we can play this game if
So
we want
Lisa's in the
to.
audience right now?
Yeah, she said it was proven that they weren't going against me, but she said it in the live that's why she stopped being a part of the page.
Okay. And what T is saying
Heard
is
that.
that listening to the audio that was said, you know what? Bottom line, when it comes to character.
And again, Lisa was sitting in my panel for years. Lisa was sitting in my panel for years and just now literally told me she was Panther Power. I already knew.
Oh yeah, and Keith, they paid to drop you, so that's why you was removed from the panel, unfortunately. Whew. I ain't gonna hold you. Today it did exactly what I thought it was gonna do. Yeah. Hellkit, Lisa, she is here. Hellkit is here. Okay. Hellkit has a question, but Lisa's name was mentioned, so I'm gonna allow Lisa to respond. For those wondering what part Lisa played, it's alleged that Lisa had disparaging things that made Tea Time appear some type of way on her blog page.
Not Lisa, but the page.
Let me ask you a
No,
question.
T-Time. Let me tell you this, T-Time. You are completely incorrect because what you think is not what's true. The problem that we had is that political pamphler came into your room. You were speaking on something that had to do with Roe versus Wade. You cussed us out every time we came in there. So when they were sitting in there, I asked them not to come to your panel. They kept coming to your panel. So you may have assumed that we were doing something to you. They printed where you cussed us out over and over again. I asked them to take that down. I asked them not to print that. It had nothing to do with Diamond. It had to do that you assumed that it had something to do with Diamond, and you targeted the situation. And then it was a little offensive that you took the name and made it the Pink Panther, because then they start saying the Panther page and they assumed that it was me.
I did. Yes. I made it the Pink
Exactly.
Panther on purpose.
But
because you guys were going,
the part that I played
hold on, Lisa.
was not true.
Okay,
It was not true.
I do have. When I was going through my stuff, I still have.
But nobody knew you were going through it though, T.
Videos. Y'all were part of it.
Videos about
No,
what?
we were
T?
not, T.
Okay.
I'm telling you. When
Videos
I'm
about
not
what?
lying, I will tell you this on my mother. We had nothing to do with it. The point who we went after was Evans. We went after Evans because we thought Evans did something. You joined Evans. So when we said something about Evans, just because you took part in that was the part you played. Has nothing to do with us. We even warned you. It had nothing to do with you. You centered yourself. It had nothing to do with you. What we talked about was Diamond and Evans, not you.
No video. There was no video of me on that page.
It had nothing to do with
There
you.
were no videos of me on that page.
I'm gonna tell
I
you
have the
again.
videos right now.
I'm gonna tell you over again, Tea Time, because if it had to do with you, I wouldn't have done what I did when it came to the gala. If it had anything to do with you, because you're talking about my character. I don't
Lisa,
do
it was
those
3
things
people behind the page.
because the part I played was positive. I never
that you played. It was 3 people behind the page, Lisa.
No, but the people that you think was behind the page that you named are not the truth.
Okay, I don't know who the other 2 people are.
Assumed.
Okay, I don't know who the other 2 people are, but you was not the only one.
Put Doodle in it. Doodle, and they didn't have anything to do with it.
Okay, well, I don't know. Well, who did? Can we tell who was behind the page?
But that's none of your business. I'm the only one. They have to come and say what their names. I'm the only one who's coming forward. But I'm trying to tell you, regardless of what you're feeling, I'm telling you honestly, I had nothing to do with it. Nothing.
You had nothing
I had nothing about you. The reason why I told you the truth is because you said some things that came to political TikTok, and you said something about Roe versus Wade, and you didn't know anything. You came to our page, and we talked to you about it.
The page I came to was the page that I said was on it. Let me say this. I have the videos. I do have the videos. I have a few videos that y'all put up. I was on those videos. It was not just about. Hold on. Okay,
but you thought it was against you.
Can I please speak?
Go ahead.
I have the videos. Those pages was not just about Evans and Diamond. I was in those videos. I have them. The caption.
We filmed everybody.
Okay, no, you didn't.
Okay.
Y'all painted me in another light, and you know
How
y'all
did
don't.
I paint you with something that you did? It was in 4K.
Okay. I know. There's one video that I literally had, remember I duetted y'all video because y'all purposely left out certain information and misled people to believe that it was one thing and other. And I had to really clip y'all video, and you know I'm right. You don't know what I'm talking about.
Let me explain this to you. Nobody.
Am I lying,
I was
Lisa?
the only one. No, I was the only one part of the Panther Power that had a relationship with Diamond. So nobody had an allegiance to Diamond. You assumed that.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Whether we had a video that I did not approve or not, that I already admitted. What I'm saying to you is that it had nothing to do with Diamond. I don't take instructions.
Say Diamond hired y'all.
Right, but I'm trying to tell you, nobody had an allegiance. Nobody ever went to her page. I'm the only one who went to the morning show. I'm the only one.
Okay.
So what I'm telling you is that it didn't happen the way I wanted it to, so I took it down. But what you're believing, and because you used my name and made it the Pink Panther, you took the direct hit at me when it was never a problem. I proved to you over and over again that I didn't have those feelings for you.
Wait a minute. You're saying I took a direct hit at you. I didn't know you were behind the page at the time.
Yes, you did, because you yelled me out every time I came in the room.
Right,
every time I came in the room, you said my name.
I assumed, just like right now, you're not telling me all the people that's behind it.
But that's none of your business.
Right, the same thing with Pink Panther was none of y'all business, right? But it was still a page.
I don't care about the Pink Panther. Okay, I'm saying the direct relation to it. I don't give a damn about any of this.
I took a direct shot at the page.
Hey, Lisa.
I'm only answering this question.
Lisa, this Jet. A quick question, babe. You're saying Panther Power is your page?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So me being doxxed on that page, did you
Who doxxed you?
Okay,
I'm trying to tell y'all
let's get it. Wait. Let's get it clear. I just want to know because now there are legal ramifications for that Panther. And if you can back in me about who's responsible for some information on
I
me.
will. I will.
Okay. That'll work.
That's it.
Thank you, love.
That's it.
Okay.
So yeah, because you're a blogger and you always been there. So no, that's not a problem. I'll handle that. But
Thank you. And it's it's no anger, nothing. We've never
I had no
okay.
idea. No. I had no idea because it was like I said, the page went rogue, just like you had. You said, Tea Time, there was a few rogue people that was on the that was mafia, like Poozy. Poozy was a rogue mafia. So
That was mafia.
Wait. Hold up now. So Poozy was a part of that.
So she was as rogue. She would come and do stuff, and she would threaten people while she knows she telling.
No. What I'm asking is, was Poozy a part of the power?
No.
Oh, okay. I just wanted clarity on that. Okay.
That was the old lady gang.
Like I said, I couldn't prove
I
that it
just
was
wanted
Lisa.
clarity. I didn't accuse her when she said Poozy was rogue. I just wanted to make sure she wasn't. That's all.
And again, I couldn't
Pooh
prove.
never changed her name on this app. Pooh do it in your face.
One thing I couldn't do is prove.
I do it in your face too. You remember me? Don't play me, Pooh.
But I can assume that it was Lisa until I knew it was Lisa.
So let's focus. Hold on.
No,
Let's
you
focus.
saw all of my shit
Let's
on my main
focus.
page. I didn't have to do shit on my back, no backup, no nothing.